We back in the building.
Back.
This is what we talking
We're
about.
back.
Here we are.
Right here, real quick after the wrap up, we're gonna get into these sneakers. But before we get into these sneakers, we do got a little treat. My man Bully Market, Rob, and the whole family over there at the Bully Market knows that I'm 100% down with my peoples. King Sadi, as y'all can see, he gave us the King Sadi top cards right here.
So fire.
Fire. You
Really
know what I
good.
mean? This is another level of what he does. This is what we had in the studio. As you can see, the shirt, the art, but then his cards and all that top, him and the deal, it was fire.
So good.
As you know, fire, you know, along with everything else between the statues, the watches, the cars he paints, the painting. In fact, I think the studio needs a painting. So, King, we're going to talk about that on the side.
Commission.
There
King,
you go.
Kev, and Jace. I'm going to hit all three of you up on this one right here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we need like a painting or something up in here. I mean, you know, DJ AM, he'll always be in the building. That goes with the Send a DJ thing, but still, we probably could put a picture of Zito's face or something like that or not. I don't know,
Nah,
but
we don't need that.
definitely, if you can get your hands on these, check them out. The Topps cards are fire. Like I said, my homie at Bully Market put it out there. King Sadi nailed it out the park with these. The dude's talented. It's crazy. I can't even wait. We just added on another person. Gabby's going to come with us on that for that interview, but you'll see more of that. We're going to go down to King Sadi's studio. We're going to actually check him out in real life, check out his other stuff more than what you see here. And that one's going to be dope. It'll be something to look forward to.
Cool.
You know
Cannot
what I mean?
wait.
Yeah, that'll be crazy. You know, appreciate you joining us on that.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
little by little, we keep adding Gabby in a little more by more.
Sneaking
But
me in a little bit.
that's all done. From that portion, you are probably wondering, I'm not allowed to touch the boxes because Zito said I cannot touch the sneakers, so my hands is not touching the sneaks.
Good call.
Rippers. Liking King is drinking over here. Zito thinks I'm going to spill it on his kicks. It's all right.
Please don't.
So I'm going to pass that over to Gabby and Zito. They're about to go through these sneakers. I'm going to be like, you guys watching.
Cool.
You guys roll it up on y'all right now. This is on you.
Let's talk sneaks.
Let me get back. Let me put that.
All right. First up,
Yep.
probably the most controversial release currently
Yeah.
that exists.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't familiar, this is the Jordan 3 white cement reimagined. So going off of, you know, the original. But if you did not hear, there's been a lot of talk about these, negative
Yeah.
talk about these
Absolutely.
due to tons of quality control issues. If you're in the industry and into sneakers a lot, you may have heard just overall talk about quality control for a while now, especially since COVID. It's just really hard. I mean,
These ones
honestly,
are pretty good, though. Let's be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. I inspected the heck out of them when
Yeah.
I was very, very afraid to open them when I got them.
Yeah.
I've seen horrible pictures on Instagram and videos on TikTok of just absolute craziness.
Yeah.
Well, that goes to say a lot because a lot of times you see people in there. The ass is like when you're in there. Oh, can I see another pair? Even though it's the same size, if a store has multiple pairs, sometimes it's right to ask them a couple times to do that
To
inspection.
bring another one,
Each
yeah.
sneaker can be a little different.
There
than
are
that.
Yeah.
flawed pairs.
It can.
you
There
know?
is flawed pairs. It definitely is.
On this shoe particularly.
These are fire though. I ain't gonna lie. These definitely.
I love 'em. I
with
had
all
to
the
get 'em.
condition of them, like you know
Yeah.
the leather on there, the elephant print leather.
Yep.
Like
Yeah, I love
Zito
'em.
pointed out how thick this pair gets. The you know the elephant on there.
Yep.
And you know even the paint marks are even pretty clean too. So
Yeah, in
these are
comparison,
the best ones I've seen.
yeah, in comparison, if you haven't seen them yet online at all, the elephant print, the lines in between here on these are pretty thick, which is normally what you would see. But some of the ones online, the lines are super thin, and it just looks weird.
And sometimes you got a thick pair and a thin pair, too, which is even worse. You
Right,
know?
like a mismatch.
They mismatch
Yep,
and they
we've
vary.
seen that too in the
Materials.
store. It's really, it really sucks. I even saw a video. I don't know if it was real or not. I hope it was not, but a video of the back. It was two completely different logos on the back,
Oh, yeah,
which
you
is
had the Nike
just
Air and the Jumpman.
insane.
Yep.
I really hope that was not real.
Yeah,
but,
that was probably
I
the
mean,
Boo Boo the Clown ones or something.
these
or-
these days you don't know.
Don't you think people are
But-
taking them for views too? Like
They are.
Yeah, they
They're
could
out.
be for
Like,
sure.
What are you doing? And they're obviously fakes, but they're just pointing out.
Because
Yeah.
it gets some hits. It gets some hits.
I
at the
could
end
see
of the
that.
day. It
I could see
definitely
that.
does.
But
It
there
definitely
definitely Nike pairs that did have quality control issues on this particular. Like, as you can see, they're tumbled leather here. Some were tumbled and then flat leather.
That's
So
bad too.
That was bad too.
Super
so-
noticeable.
I've
Yeah.
gotten bad pairs, honestly. A pair of my ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're putting out the number of sneakers that Nike's putting out, see, people can forget these sneakers. A lot of them are coming out in the $100 drop mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's already profit over to Nike. So you're talking about like a $50 sneaker is what they're really.
Well, these
pushing
were
out.
$210.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about in general, just a normal speaking.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people get confused because that same sneaker becomes popular. Now that sneaker is $400 or $500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they think it's something hot, but here the quality control is still at $100. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
right. It's just the hype
It's just
that
the
makes
hype
it,
that
the
made
market go up.
up.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah, and honestly, it's really unfortunate because a lot of the quality control issues, not all, obviously, Soho, you had a pair, and there's a lot of men's pairs that do have flaws, but a majority of the flaws have been seen in grade school, which really sucks
Unfortunate
for
for her.
women
Unfortunate
because,
for her.
yeah, so I'm a 5.5 grade school, which is a 7 women's, which is like the most popular women's size there is. So it really is unfortunate, especially if the shoe comes in. When it comes in men, it does not run down, so it doesn't go lower than a 7 or even I try a 6 sometimes. But there are some shoes that do not drop lower than a men's 7,
Absolutely.
and then I have no choice but to have grade school. So,
Yep.
but yeah, I'm very thankful that this is the pair I got.
Yeah,
because
no,
I was very nervous.
Quality pair there.
That's dope.
Why don't we move on?
Let's
move
move on. Let's grab what
go-
you got. Let's see where you're
Let's
at.
look at these quick.
Can I touch them?
No.
My bad.
So
No touching.
No touching for me.
are the off-white Prestos, and these are off-white Virgil creation. Really like this pair here. I keep them icy white, even though they came out years and years ago, by putting them in turkey bags actually. So this pair, really like it. Quality shoe. These go for anywhere from like $900 to $1,200 depending on size in the aftermarket, and good quality pair. I like them. Wouldn't wear them because anything over $500 I can't wear. I gotta sell. But yeah, no, really like this shoe. What do you guys
Prestos
think
are
about
super
these?
comfortable.
Yeah.
The one thing that would keep like me personally away from purchasing them is just because Prestos are really comfortable. So I would want to wear them a lot. I
All the
would
time.
want to wear there used to be a very popular gym shoe.
Yep.
So for me, mixing off-white and a Presto was like a little weird because I was like, okay, but off-white normally is a shoe that you special occasion shoe and whatever. So, but I actually have not seen a clean pair in a while.
Yeah,
we had a
they
few
yellow
pre-owned.
here,
Oh yeah,
and-
we've had some pre-owned floating in the store, back and forth, but I have not seen a pair.
Like
that
usually
white in
the,
a long time.
Foam that it's exposed gets really yellow.
Yeah,
too.
yellow.
That's why you got to know how to store shoes. Putting them in turkey bags really helps. Let's talk about another shoe that I put in turkey bags.
Want me to hold that? Want me to take them?
No, don't touch that. Don't touch that. We can keep that there. So these are the Spider-Man Jordan 1s, and the reason I keep them in turkey bags is because the soles end up yellowing, and you can even see there is slight yellowing around the edge of the soles, but as a rule, these ones are pretty clean. These are another, high priority shoe. These are taken after the Chicago 1s, and they actually have some, as you can see, little details on them, the little dots, and the icy bottom sole. Really cool shoe. Really like it. Quality. These on the aftermarket are going anywhere from like $800 to like $1,100. So it's been a couple years since they dropped, but like I said, keep them clean as I can, and lovely pair. Let's move on to another Jordan 1. So these,
You may be able to tell what it is by the box if you're into shoes.
you might be
definitely
able to
by
tell
the paper.
box. Definitely by the paper. Now these
Boom.
are the Travis Scott Jordan 1 highs. And,
Definitely
I mean,
not touching those.
These are
He
These
can't
are
pull all these sneaks and I can't touch them.
Nope.
I gotta touch one
Nah,
pair.
these are
Super
definitely not the one
quality.
you
You
should.
can touch. Does it know already?
They got the suede all over here. Travis
Which
Scott.
part is suede? Let me see which one.
The backward swoosh.
My favorite part is the Cactus Jack on the other side there
Cactus
by the
Jack on
swoosh.
back, really cool. This right here is like a little stash pocket. Yeah, lovely pair. I actually got lucky on these off of Nike sneakers when Nike sneakers used to be good.
Lucky's like not even the
And-
word for that.
Yeah, super lucky.
Beyond lucky.
So these right here, depending on the size, they go anywhere from $1,600 to something her size
mine
goes to like
size.
$3,000.
Why don't you
Yeah,
flip the other
shout
side? Let me
out to
see the
my size.
inside where the Cactus
the
Jack.
inside.
That's
Yeah.
the cool, that is my
Jack
favorite
logo.
part.
Yeah.
You got that low key logo there. It's really cool.
quality shoe. Comes with 4 different laces. Actually, 5. You got black, you got brown, you got white, you got red, and you got pink. So you got options with this. Really, really cool shoe. So
I really would like to touch them though, Zito.
no.
Yeah, no.
Can
Those
I
are
touch
not the
any
ones.
sneaks?
No, you can touch her.
You can touch mine.
No, you
I
can.
touched them.
She's already worn those.
I
These are all
undead
dead
stocked
stock.
them
What
this
are-
morning.
dead stock.
I wore them for the first time today.
What about
I unstocked them for the occasion.
Spider-Man's?
So no,
No.
don't touch those.
Can't touch
So
them?
these are actually really, really cool.
That's my shoes, bro.
So what's up with this segment? Hold on, what is up with this segment? So how can I not?
We're just
Oh,
gonna.
shit.
Oh, we're just
Look
gonna
at these
find
Jones
shoes.
right
from
here.
it.
Look,
Everybody
touch the
take off
sneaker.
their shoes.
All right.
I felt like I had to touch some
got
sneaker.
the
You know what I'm
Jordan
saying? This is
lows
the Jordan low right
Len is
here.
allowed to touch
Boom!
them.
I like these. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Cleanable
Leather.
I can only get to touch 2 sneakers,
Yep.
and I'm
There
the
you go.
producer of the
2
show.
is better than
what is
none.
going on here? How is this possible? What is happening?
He's
Oh
got 2
my
friends.
God.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Gabby, so I
There you
appreciate
go.
y'all. I'm gonna
Love
let y'all know
it.
that.
That's right. Strictly business between me and him, okay? No friendship when it comes to sneakers.
And I still catch the L's all day.
So these right here are actually a quote-unquote bootleg version of the Jordan 1s. This company called Thinking Different actually made these. Over Apple computers and basically Steve Jobs and everything like that. You can see their size 11.
Really
I'll
cool
fit 'em.
box.
Really, really cool box. I really like them. They are, they got 1984 on the paper, and let's pull them out real quick. So these actually
are so
cost
sick.
$300 retail.
Wow.
And for a bootleg, that's kind of crazy if you think about it, right? But these actually have so many little details that makes them really cool. You can see, instead of a swoosh, they have the Apple logo, okay? And you have also another classic Apple logo right
I didn't
there.
even see the
I'll show
loading.
that- Yeah.
That's
I saved some.
crazy.
These are nuts.
I didn't even see
The
that.
quality of leather's insane. I'm pretty sure these were made in Italy too. So they have like the 1985, on the side, how they have the stamped or the size tag and everything like that. And they also say Air Mac, where it says Air Jordan usually.
Love that.
It's really cool. And these are actually substantially heavier than a normal Jordan. The sole is
How much
just
heavier? Let me see.
more durable.
I can't touch it. I can't
Nice try.
pull out a rare
That's
sneak
a
and not
good
let me
try.
touch
Nice
it, bro.
try.
Can she hold it and I just look close at it?
No.
Nice try.
Why, you
Nope,
think
I'm
just gonna
good.
touch it? Oh, this
So
I'm good.
The one of the cool part about these is
Crazy.
too is you got the loading sign.
I just saw
on the
that now because I was
tag.
sitting back here.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
these have-
cool.
fire.
These have literally so many different cool. Like, if I was to wear any of these, I'd probably wear these, and no one would know what they are and say, "Oh, what are those? Are those Jordan?" No, they're from Thinking Different, and they're called the Air Max. So really, really cool.
Fire.
you
I
know,
wish that Nike could bring back creativity like that. They just
they
lost
just keep
it
doing
so
the same
hard.
thing over and over and over again, which is it
sucks.
works for them. If it sells,
Yeah.
why
Why
change?
change
it?
Why change?
You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean? But like,
Plus, the off-market set is still huge too. They know that most of the people are buying these, reconstructing it to
Yep.
something else, and then coming out with that and everything else.
Yep.
So,
Right.
you got Surgeon, you got a lot of these people out there.
Yep.
They're making customs out of what they're doing
JBF
here.
Customs,
JBF,
you got Shoe
Boski,
Surgeon,
you know,
you
all
got
that
a whole
set,
bunch of different
everything
people doing
else.
this.
Yeah.
And I actually
know what I mean?
respect the customs a lot more than the bootlegs that normally come
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
This is like one of the only bootleg version that I actually respect. And they don't make these anymore, obviously, because of, Nike.
The copyright.
The
Mhm.
copyright and everything like that.
And he's still not letting me touch them.
No. And these were a really low-key release, so you had to really be following them. If you got a chance, follow Thinking Different, and on a future episode, you guys are going to see the keyboard slides that I just ordered.
So cool.
Really, really cool. So I'm with this company. Love what you guys do. Can't really complain. I mean, obviously, this is some heat. If we're looking at everything on the table right here, we could say I've only saw 2 pairs of these for sale on eBay. And I'm going to value these ones, since they're a size 11, at around $700 to $800. These, since they're 11 and a half, anywhere from $1,800 to $2,100. These being a 14, these are anywhere from $900 to $1,000. And then these, same thing, certain sizes are $900 to $1,200. So you're looking at a lot of money on the table. Really quality shoe. We have the athletic trainer and the Jordan 1s, as well as the bootleg. And these are leather. These are also leather, and these are different materials. You got neoprene, you got rubber, you got the exposed foam here, and these are leather and suede. So, and then you got the Jordan 3s right there, which are leather, pretty good quality leather. I would say.
Yeah, they
I honestly, it
worth
was.
the 210.
I thought so too. I agree.
I'm gonna look at them more because this is the only sneaker I'm allowed to pick up. So I'm just gonna pick them up anyway because you're not.
Good.
Because you're physically. What if I just bought the 14s? Can I just pay you cash just to pick them up?
$1,000 right now.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Even though they're not my size,
I'll
I mean,
take
it's
it.
just crazy. Like,
Stuff some
this is
paper in the
wild.
toe.
I'm not a fan of not touching any of these sneaks right now. I'm letting y'all know this. This is not. This is something jacked up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you and Gabby letting me touch some sneakers, and I'm a sneaker head.
Yeah.
So they're putting sneakers out in front of me and telling me not to touch them. This is just torture.
You got ones on too.
I know. I got one.
Yeah,
I'm always
yeah.
going to keep something on.
That's a classic. That's a classic too. Shadow.
Classic. Always
He
the
does have the
shadows.
classic
You know what I'm
ones on it,
saying?
too.
I always
Classic.
got to
Pull those
rock
out so we
them.
can see what you're rocking.
Why? Because it's not like.
Show the crowd.
It is a
always
classic.
Rock that. I
It's
rock
a
the
classic.
ones. You know what I mean? One shadows, Shilohs is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to
They're
show 'em
beaters.
how- he doesn't
They're
keep them
beaters.
clean, though.
They're my everyday runners.
Like
you
Soho,
know what I
They're
mean?
keeps
beaters.
herself clean.
My shit clean, bro.
And Gabby keeps herself clean.
I got some beaters.
First and
Yeah, I got some
foremost.
beaters.
My beaters.
First and foremost.
Oh yeah, I got too many beaters. to
First
keep
and foremost,
them
they're not dirty. They're just the shadow for golf. So why would I?
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're the
Okay.
golf.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even
They're
realize
the
they were
golf.
the
Most people don't even know they were the
Yeah.
golf. That's
No,
what I'm
I
saying.
didn't.
That's what I mean. You got the golf in there.
That's
playing
crazy.
The golf,
I was really
the
just
golf.
talking about Jordan golf shoes when I
Golf
went
in there.
playing.
And most
Oh,
people don't
yeah.
even know. And people
Love
are like,
it.
oh, what do you rock? I'm rocking the golf. So I rock these as like the day to day because I'm not killing. I do have the shadows though, both.
The actual,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna be out there kicking around and doing
No,
what we're
because the
doing.
shadows
Yeah.
are up.
They're up
They
there.
are
They're up there.
high.
So you know I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But that's why I had Zito give me the copy in the golfs because I don't
Hey,
care about these.
that's
They just
right.
rock them. You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
You
Love
know?
that.
In
Yep.
fact, while we're saying that, I need another pair because they're getting
I
pretty
got
banged
you.
up.
There
That's
you
no
go.
problem. That's no
Yeah,
problem.
he got me on that, but he don't get me on the Zions and the 4s and all the other ones.
But the
I
Jordan
want,
4 SBs that are coming out tomorrow.
Bam, he better get me, or else why Zito will
I'm
be
gonna get him
replaced
a
by
pair.
Gabby. I'm letting y'all know.
But
There'll
I'm,
be
since
no
I'm taking all
Zito
this
left.
flack,
I'ma
originally
stay out of
it was
that
gonna be
one.
50 over. Nah, it's gonna be 70 now.
It's always, it don't make a difference. Just give me the sneaks. I don't care.
That's gonna be a big release, though. A lot of people have been posting those fours
Huge
That's gonna be
for
fire.
the last. It's crazy because
Huge
this
release.
was, I thought was gonna be the one of the month.
Got
but-
you.
But I think the fours
We'll
are
work
going
it
to
out,
be big.
Briss.
Nah, I agree with what you say.
They're
A lot of
huge.
people were crashing on these because this is like from me, not put my age out there, but from when I'm seeing the original of these release and being a kid that got them at that age and seeing them again now, I know me and everybody else as a kid that had these originally wanted them again.
Those
Yeah.
are classics.
You get what
And
I'm
I
saying?
think
They're
the last
classic,
time
and
those
they
came
look
out
great.
with the Nike Air on the back was like
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah,
It's
2013.
been a while since they dropped that. And then,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
go back to the
10
80s
years
when the
ago.
original ones really dropped too,
Yep.
So it's just phenomenal. I was always a Jordan fan from the day. I mean, it molded my whole thing. My two favorite teams is the Bulls and the Bears.
Okay.
Just because of Jordan. Everything was Chicago as a kid coming up, Walter Payton, everything else. So I've always collected Jordans, So
Yeah.
to me, the iconic always gonna be classic, and these are classic.
Yep.
I can't
Just
touch
point. Just point.
this point. And all of
Classics.
them, you know
These
what
are
I'm saying?
classics too.
They're
Yeah, they
classics.
are.
The Travis Scotts to me because they're the brown and the mocha and the What he does with it is fire.
Yep.
The Apple, because of course you can't go wrong with that, and
So
what
cool.
they did on it,
The
fire.
execution on these.
The
are so
the
cool.
creativity is awesome.
Rest in peace, or however you Italians do the whole thing.
Yeah.
To
Yep.
Virgil and what he did.
Yeah, and Steve
now,
Jobs.
And Steve Jobs.
Yep.
And now we're waiting to see what Pharrell does, because Pharrell now is part of Louis
gonna be
Vuitton
that-
and the head design.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
now I'm sure that's going to cross over into many other markets because
Yep.
they still have that deal with Nike,
Yep.
unless it's going to go over to his sneak, though.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
But
see.
he hasn't released as many lately on that. I still think it'll be a Louis V, LV, and Nike.
I think he's
Yeah.
going to take it to a nice level.
He's gonna
You
make
know
it
what
Yeah,
mean?
I hope so.
Maybe not to
So-
where Virgil took it, but
Yeah.
He's going to take it in a different angle, but
Different
he's going to
level,
make it.
yeah.
But being that they were both friends, I think it's going to see a lot of combo.
I feel like
agree.
he's also really creative, and I'm
Yeah.
hoping that
Yeah.
he gets more of a creative edge than obviously, whatever's going on with these dunks and all
Yep.
this other.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just getting completely out of control
Yeah.
with the same
Lot of
exact
recycling.
colorways. They change one color, one shade, and it's a whole nother shoe that they sell, and
Yep.
they call it a whole different thing. And we need the creativity back. So.
The problem is a lot. What's so crazy is the dunk's been around for a long time. It's always been a misunderstood sneaker because a lot of real people that get into it have no clue between what's the difference between an Air Force One and a dunk,
Right.
and they have no clue between the
Or
Jordan
even a Jordan 1 and a dunk, because they're
Yeah.
so
They don't
similar.
know.
Jordan
They're
1
so
low and a
similar.
dunk.
And
A Jordan 1
because-
low, yeah.
Well, because a lot of people forget the original Jordans were dunks.
Right.
So a lot of people forget that, and then they're realizing it over, like, oh shit. So it's a similarity is always going to be between Jordan and dunks because of how it originally started, and where dunks, dunks came because it was a basketball sneaker. People think dunks was a skateboard sneaker.
Right.
It is
Yeah.
now.
Right, it
But
is now.
originally it
Yeah.
was a true basketball sneaker.
And you know what?
I'm
The
saying?
funny thing was Jordan 1s were actually a skateboard sneaker too, because they
Exactly.
went
Yeah.
on sale. So people like Lance Mountain would
Could buy.
actually skate them, and
Yeah.
that's why he came out with the
That's
Lance
crazy you
Mountain.
said that because I
Yeah.
got the Lance Mountains too.
That's right.
But if you notice, the Lance Mountains were on Jordan 1s. They
That's
weren't
right.
on
Yeah.
dunks.
They were.
They were on
Absolutely.
Jordan 1s. They weren't
Absolutely.
dunks. They were on there, and I had them. I'm about to bring them out because everybody
Break
already
them out.
Everybody wore them and dogged them up, and I got the fresh pair.
You
I'm
got
about to drop
fresh.
them.
We
They
won't
haven't
touch
even
them.
been cut.
We won't touch
Oh,
them.
I'm rocking them. I'm wearing them in the beach.
You letting us
saying,
touch 'em?
Yeah, I touch
Aw,
my stuff's
there we
always
go.
with the Zito and this. When he turns the
He
corner,
wears his kit.
I was
I
gonna
am
say,
gonna
if I
touch-
wear mine, then obviously it's
I'm
different. But
physically touching every one of these sneakers before we leave tonight.
Yeah.
I'm letting y'all know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I am physically
You gotta
touching
wash
these
your
sneakers.
hands, right? You got.
I'm touching these
We
sneakers now.
will
Zito. What
put
is the
these
difference?
away. We'll
You
begin
know what
to
I'm
put
saying?
these
What are
away.
you talking about? So it's our
I
show.
don't
How are
trust
me and you not touching these sneakers? What is going on here?
I don't
Yeah.
trust
This is
him.
crazy.
He
You
Listen,
buy these sneakers. You want him touching with his lotion
at that
hands up?
portion right
No.
here, you're at In the
Get
Ring
that,
TV
yeah.
studio. We want to thank Gabby for coming down, Zito for bringing me sneakers I can't touch, Soho for cutting it up, Briz from behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
Gabby, what did you think? I know we're wild. You're probably like, yo, these guys got me out. It's 2, 3, 4 in the
No, it
morning
was
right
so-
now.
I don't even
they
know
said
what the
8
heck time
o'clock.
it is.
What is this?
no, this was really fun. I will talk sneakers whenever.
days,
It's my
yeah.
passion, so I really loved it. So thank
Man,
you guys for having me.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Thanks
Thank you
coming.
for that. Thank you
Yeah.
for the Soul Play link and them and what you're doing there.
Shout out
we
Soul
look
Play.
forward. Shout out to Soul Play. We're gonna get down there. We're gonna link that up.
Yeah,
so we can film
would
in a
love
couple
that.
other places. Put a whole episode together for them there. We're gonna get you on the show a lot more, of course. Of course, you already signed on for the Kingside Deed interview. King,
Yep.
we're coming.
We're coming.
Full crew's coming for you. And then we're also gonna go up and see my man Roman. We're gonna go see That's gonna be another episode coming up.
Can't
That'll
wait.
be so
Roman's gonna lay out the table with every watch we could possibly think of, from a $10,000 to about $1 million watch. We're gonna get in that. SneakerCon was crazy. Big ups to SneakerCon. Everything involved. Benjamin Kicks, 2J's, Urban Necessity, Surgeon, all them guys, Nike, Puma. Oh, we didn't even get to talk about the New Balance, but I guess we'll have to come back to that because New Balance had a crazy representation at SneakerCon.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy. A lot of
Oh,
times
yeah.
we didn't get to say on that. It
That
was a
one dude
lot
had a
of
whole
pairs.
bunch of New
That
Balances.
one guy had a whole
So
table.
cool.
Of it. He
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
nothing but it.
Yep.
Check the video. You'll see footage of it in there. It was crazy. Gabby, give them your handle. Let everybody know where they can see you at.
Yeah, for sure. So my handle on Instagram is at Gabby, Gabbi, and then my last name Townsend. So that's where you can follow me. It's also the same for my TikTok, which I'm starting to grow slowly but surely. So follow me on there, and I guess I'll be seeing you guys soon.
Cool.
Boom. Yeah, that's about it. We out. Taking these sneakers.